They're going on trial next week in New York City for their human rights and environmental damage in Nigeria. It's a long time coming, but Shell will be facing court next week in New York City. So that's why we're here. Saro Wiwa is a famous Nigerian environmental activist, and he was killed by the Nigerian military with the collusion of Shell Oil, and he was killed in 1995. And one of the key issues that he was fighting was gas flaring in Nigeria. Gas flaring is extremely toxic. It's created by the extraction of crude oil, and it releases natural gas, which is burned off and causes major environmental damage and health concerns. So that's why we're protesting today, to call an end to gas flaring in Nigeria after 50 years of flares burning non-stop for 50 years. Boo. 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 So we're gonna do a few chants, and thanks for coming out.
Folks ready to make a little noise, let people know we're here? Yeah! All right, we're gonna do a little competition. We're splitting the sidewalk. Everyone on this side is the shouting side, and everyone on this side is the singing side. Yeah. So, singing side, we'll do call and then you repeat. Yeah. Ready? Justice in Nigeria. Justice in Nigeria. And then the shouting side will go 1, 2, 3. Now! Let's try it. 1, 2, 3. Now! Justice in Nigeria. Now! You got, it's a whole rhythm thing? 1, 2, 3. Now! Justice in Nigeria. Now! Justice in Nigeria. 1, 2, 3. Now! Justice in Nigeria. 1, 2, 3. Now! Justice in Nigeria. Now! Justice in Nigeria. 1, 2, 3. 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 Now! Justice in Nigeria. Let's hear it, singers. 1, 2, 3. Now! All right, folks, ready for another one? Yeah! All right, singing half over here. Our job is I'll do call and repeat. Saro Wiwa. Everybody. Saro Wiwa. Okay, shouting side. This is the harder part. Goes back to Queen. And it's shall go to hell. You got what? Shall go to hell. You got blood on your face. A big disgrace. Polluting your oil all over the place. We will stop you. Can Saro Wiwa shall go to hell. Got blood on your face. Big disgrace. Polluting your oil all over the place. We will stop you. We will stop you. Stop you. Nigeria, that's loud. Down, down. Toxic flaring in Nigeria. Down, down. Public power. Down, down. All right, good.
The attention to the situation in Nigeria would continue, that the movement for justice in Nigeria would continue. And so I just want to read you his last words. This is his closing statement to the Nigerian military-appointed tribunal in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, on November 10th, 1995, after facing trumped-up charges and a sham trial. My Lord, we all stand before history. I am a man of peace, a man of ideas, appalled by the denigrating poverty of my people who live on a richly endowed land, distressed by their political marginalization and economic strangulation, angered by the devastation of their land, their ultimate heritage, anxious to preserve the right to life and a decent living, and determined to usher to this country as a whole a fair and just democratic system which protects everyone and every ethnic group and gives us a valid claim to human civilization. I have devoted my intellectual and material resources, my very life, to a cause in which I have total belief and from which I cannot be blackmailed or intimidated. I have no doubt at all about the ultimate success of my cause, no matter the trials and tribulations which I and those who believe with me we may encounter on our journey. Nor imprisonment nor death can stop our ultimate victory. I repeat, we all stand before history. I and my colleagues are not the only ones on trial. Shell is here on trial, and it is as well that it is represented by counsel said to be holding a watching brief. And I'll explain that. At this sham trial, no lawyers were allowed to be present except for the lawyers of interested parties. Shell was allowed to have counsel at the trial. They were considered an interested party, and that's what he means by a watching brief. The company has indeed ducked this particular trial, but its day will surely come, and the lessons learned here may prove useful to it, for there is no doubt in my mind that the ecological war that the company has waged in the Delta will be called to question sooner than later, and the crimes of war will be duly punished. The crime of the company's dirty wars against the Ogoni people will be punished. On trial is the Nigerian nation, its present rulers and those who assist them. Any nation which can do to the weak and disadvantaged what the Nigerian nation has done to the Ogoni loses a claim to independence and to freedom from outside influence. I am not one of those who shy away from protesting injustice and oppression, arguing that they are expected in a military regime. The military do not act alone. They are supported by a gaggle of politicians, lawyers, judges, academics, and businessmen, all of them hiding under the claim that they are only doing their duty. Men and women too afraid to wash their pants of urine. We all stand on trial, my Lord, for by our actions we have denigrated our country and jeopardized the future of our children. As we subscribe to the subnormal and accept double standards, as we lie and cheat openly, as we protect injustice and oppression, we empty our classrooms, denigrate our hospitals, fill our stomachs with hunger, and elect to make ourselves the slaves of those who ascribe to higher standards. Pursue the truth and honor justice, freedom, and hard work. I predict the scene here will be played and replayed by generations yet unborn. Some have already cast themselves in the role of villains. Some are tragic victims, and some still have a chance to redeem themselves. The choice is for each individual.